Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. I'm excited to announce that this channel is sponsored by Ultimate Guard. For the past few years, Ultimate Guard has been hard at work finding ways to protect your cards without damaging the planet, and they have discovered it. Boulders, once made entirely of plastic, are now made of 87% renewable resources. They also come in a variety of sizes, including this new 133 card box. If you're like me, you have a ton of decks, want a little bit of space for your tokens in your deck boxes, and don't want those boxes filling up an entire suitcase, then this box is the perfect solution. Find out if your local game store carries the new Return to Earth boulders from Ultimate Guard, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. Rather than another video about Lord of the Rings, I decided to go back to a card that caught my eye from March of the Machines, Elenda and Azor. But before we get started, I'd like to quickly ask you to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel, and it's free. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Elenda and Azor are a 6-mana 6/6 legendary Vampire Knight Sphinx with flying and Ward 2. Whenever they attack, we may pay X and 1 each of white, blue, and black mana. If we do, we draw X cards. At the beginning of our end step, we may pay 4 life. If we do, we create a number of 1/1 black Vampire Knight tokens with lifelink equal to the number of cards we've drawn this turn. I love the crossover between Azor the Lawbringer and Elenda the Duskrose. Elenda used to be just a bulk mythic, but she spiked up to $20 after the Rules Committee changed how death triggers work for commanders. But I decided I wanted this to be a budget build, so even though she's settled down to about $10, we don't have room for her in the budget. Not with some other highly necessary cards. Now, I also wanted this to be an Aristocrats deck, because I haven't built an Aristocrats deck in a long time. So we'll want to go over what we need to make an Aristocrats deck in the first place. You need 3 moving parts for an Aristocrats deck: sacrifice outlets, creatures to sacrifice, and payoffs for sacrificing your creatures. This doesn't leave a lot of room for additional stuff, but we can make it work if we're not too picky. But before we get to our deck list, we should keep in mind our checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Arcane Sanctum, Prairie Stream, Sunken Hollow, Sunlit Marsh, Glacial Fortress, Drowned Catacomb, Isolated Chapel, Adarkar Wastes, Underground River, Caves of Koilos, Azorius Guildgate, Dimir Guildgate, Orzhov Guildgate, Temple of Enlightenment, Temple of Deceit, Temple of Silence, Razortide Bridge, Mistvault Bridge, Goldmire Bridge, Azorius Chancery, Dimir Aqueduct, Orzhov Basilica, Bajuka Bog, 4 plains, 4 islands, and 4 swamps make up our mana base. Life Insurance, Black Market, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Progress, Talisman of Dominance, Talisman of Hierarchy, Azorius Signet, Dimir Signet, Orzhov Signet, Decanter of Endless Water, Solemn Simulacrum, and Wayfarer's Bauble make up our mana ramp package. Village Rites, Corrupted Conviction, Muldrifter, Teferi's Ageless Insight, Morbid Opportunist, Krav the Unredeemed, Skullclamp, Chemister's Insight, Phyrexian Arena, Divination, Read the Bones, Transcendent Message, and Trophy Mage make up our card advantage package. Voidrend, Counterspell, Anguished Unmaking, Negate, Generous Gift, Path to Exile, Swords to Plowshares, D-Spark, An Offer You Can't Refuse, Commit Memory, Fracture, Mortify, and Vindicate make up our interaction and spot removal package. Damn, Supreme Verdict, and Cleansing Nova help us to reset the board as needed. Viscera Seer, Ashnod's Altar, and Carrion Feeder let us sacrifice our fodder. Agent of the Iron Throne, Zulaport Cutthroat, Ellis Il-Kor Sadistic Pilgrim, Blood Artist, Bastion of Remembrance, Sir Conrad the Grim, and Falconwrath Noble make up our Aristocrats. Bastion Protector and Loyal Unicorn help to protect our commander, as does Supernatural Stamina and Undying Malice. Drivnard Carnage Dominus and Teysa Karloff both serve to double up all our death triggers, helping us to close out the game faster. Keza, Augur of Agonies, goes great with our commander, drawing a ton of cards. Regna the Redeemer gives us more tokens. Finally, Inspiring Leader grows our tokens, while Sanctum Seeker ensures all our vampires deal a ton more damage even if blocked. Now that we have our deck list, we should compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, right on target. 13 pieces of card advantage, 13 pieces of interaction, 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Commit Memory and Bojuka Bog, 1 sudden I win card in Sanctum Seeker. The key card in our deck is Ashnod's Altar, which is why the only tutor we have in the deck is Trophy Mage. The idea is that we sacrifice a ton of vampire tokens and then use the mana to draw a ton of cards, thus making us a ton more vampires. And if Sanctum Seeker is on board, we also get to deal a ton of damage. The counter magic in our deck is there to help protect this synergy. Of course, as a backup plan, we can just make Krav massive and kill our opponents with a giant demon. Do you have an Elenda and Azor deck? What theme did you go for? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. One of the tiers is specifically set up for Commander. For only $25, I will build you a custom Commander deck based around your specifications, and even do a deck video on it. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Phoenix of Ice, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Josh, Sean, Pob Zombie, Mark, Danny, Alix, Ignis, Daniel, Steve, and Kevin. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander deck videos often, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Also, if you're a fan of anime and manga like I am, feel free to check out my other channel, Musings by Danon. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.